Welcome back to another episode of Cedarwood County. Weeks after fisherman Dale vanished, leaving behind only an empty boat, Sheriff Miller's cold case takes an unexpected turn. A strange discovery at the local salvage yard reopens the investigation, forcing Miller to call in a specialist to help uncover the truth. It did take a while, and he was very surprised to learn that she had simply hiked through the wilderness to get to Cedarwood, but nonetheless, super special wildlife biologist and large carnivore behavioral specialist Dr. Ruth Caldwell had arrived. But before Sheriff Miller and Dr. Caldwell could begin their investigation, they had to question Rusty, owner of Rusty Salvage. Rusty had spent decades collecting everything from rusted machinery to broken scrap metal, and Miller, as baffled as ever, needed him to start explaining. But first, we must start shaping the base terrain with uneven ground and subtle elevation to accommodate Rusty's sprawling hoard. This is just some basic plaster, paint, and Mod Podge. Ratios are what to your heart says. I know this is technically for trains, but I like how it looks better than regular sand. Once that had gotten underway, I was ready to start assembling the salvage yard itself. To mirror Rusty's philosophy of giving old things a second life, I decided to construct this diorama almost entirely from scrap materials, like leftover styrene, wood, and other objects. Rusty Salvage isn't exactly the most organized place in Cedarwood County, despite how it looks. It's surrounded by an old fence that we're about to make right now, again made with mostly scraps. I was just trying to get some variation and make everything interesting. I had this actual resin fence that I wanted to incorporate, but not make entirely out of it. I forgot I had this garage door. I think it worked well for the shop. And then, of course, the storage shed, piled high inside with stuff he's definitely going to get to someday. I then primed everything gray with some white highlights to give dimension. I had a lot of fun painting everything, making it look old and worn. When all the base colors were dry, I unified everything with some Vallejo washes. But now it's time to get back to working on the base so we can add all this stuff to it. The ground was also washes, but then with some homemade pigment powders on top. I don't really know what I was thinking with this front fence here, but I did figure it out eventually. I really enjoyed painting this tow truck. I wanted it to look like his signature classic look, so I spent a lot of time to make it just right. I wanted the yard to kind of feel like the place where you could look in almost any direction and find something interesting. Old barrels, scrap metal, busted up car frame, and a few things that probably should have been moved years ago. So anyway, that morning, Rusty noticed a strange musky stench in the yard resembling rotted logs and fungus. Tracing the smell, he discovered a mysterious green slime. Realizing this was no ordinary issue, Rusty called Sheriff Miller. One look at the slime and damaged fence convinced Miller to bring in super special wildlife biologist and large carnivore behavioral specialist, Dr. Ruth Cardwell. Even with her extensive background, Dr. Ruth Cardwell was stumped. Using her field kit, she tested the foul-smelling substance for radiation and organic origins before spotting tiny fibrous strands embedded inside. But with the test coming back inconclusive and unfamiliar with the mystery specimen, she determined it would require formal lab testing to identify. And if the strange substance wasn't enough, there was something else that caught Sheriff Miller's attention. Something semi-buried beneath the dirt. Something near the section of the fence. They all looked at it and agreed it was strange. And more than anything, it needed to be unearthed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you tune in next episode of Cedarwood County, where we'll be uncovering some buried secrets.